So was it ever difficult for you to make friends because you were moving around all the time, or?
I would say that it wasn't necessarily hard making friends. It was hard leaving your old friends.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like, I guess what like the hardest part was because like people who aren't in like the military, they get to grow up with their friends. And I guess that's hard to see like moving from school to school. So.
Mm-hmm. And did teachers ever kind of help to facilitate like fast friend making as you got there, or you said you didn't have much trouble with it, so?
Right, I would say like they did. That's what they're trained to do. They're trained to like deal with kids who are moving, dealing with missing their friends from back home, and also the kids also understand too. So they're wanting to make friends, they're wanting to include people. So it's definitely a very understanding environment.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I guess how often was your dad deployed, or has he been deployed?
There was one time that when we lived in Alaska, he was deployed to Korea for a year. So that's where he was during that.
Mm-hmm.
He is. He's the head of like logistics management.
Mm-hmm.
So when they were like closing down bases, he was the one who went over there for like maybe 6 months at a time, and then he would come home for a couple months, then go back.
Mm-hmm. And you would be on the base while he was deployed.
Right.
Okay. And I guess what were some of the different schooling options that you had while you were living on base?
Mm-hmm.
And what did you choose to do?
Okay, so like they have schools on base, so like they have like preschool and they have like kindergarten, daycare, high school, middle school, and all that. So it's all broken up, and there's always options on base. Also, I guess homeschooling was always an option. So like I had some friends that were homeschooled.
Yeah.
For me, we did stay on base for some schooling, and then after that, when we looked at other options, because like when you're moving, this is kind of hectic, so you automatically usually go to bases or the school on base. But then like we found like a Christian school when we lived in Alaska. We went there, and then found a Christian school when we went to Japan. So.
Okay. Yeah, that's